A very good morning. All the graduates are asked to keep their bags outside and switch off their cell phones immediately.
Hello? Hello? Check, check.
Hello.
Hello? Good morning, everyone.
A very good morning to all of you. A hearty welcome to graduates, distinguished guests, proud parents, invitees, press and media who have assembled here on the celebration of 20th Convocation of National Institute of Technology, Warangal.
Convocation is the most sacred, august, and prestigious academic ceremony. It signifies an important stage in students' life. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
The graduating engineers go out with great potential to demonstrate the skill sets they have developed to advance their career aspirations while concurrently making important contributions back to society, especially with a sense of belonging to their alma mater.
A convocation ceremony is indeed a special day in the academic life of every student that is meticulously organized to honor their graduates by conferring degrees.
As members of the academic community, we stand in awe of this process. On this solemn occasion, all the students present in the auditorium are expected to follow these instructions carefully. Maintain silence in the auditorium during the proceedings of the 20th Convocation about to begin shortly, and switch off the cell phones.
All the members in the audience are required to stand when the academic procession enters the auditorium and should continue to stand till the chief guest and senators take their seats on the dais and until the singing of national anthem is over, the invocation is over. Please maintain decency and decorum to respect your alma mater.
Avoid talking to one another and moving around the auditorium during the course of the proceedings, and observe proceedings very attentively and closely. After the announcement of the name program, after receiving all the degrees, the graduates should take an oath by repeating the pledge read out by Mr. B. Sri Harsha, Institute Gold Medalist from Chemical Engineering Department. The graduates should stretch their arms straight in front of them and repeat after the pledge by Mr. Sri Harsha. The closing of the convocation is marked by national anthem. All the graduates and members of the audience are requested to stand.
The graduates and members of the audience are requested to keep standing and not to move or leave their seats until the academic procession leaves the auditorium completely. The students are requested to sit according to the allotted seats. Do not disturb the stickers with your roll numbers stuck to the seats. Please be seated according to the seating arrangement. Kindly note that lunch is arranged for graduates, parents, senators and faculty in IFCA. Thank you. The students are requested to sit according to the allotted seats. The students are requested to please occupy their seats according to their allotted roll number. Please occupy your seats according to the seating arrangements. Students are requested to please occupy their seats according to the seating arrangement, and please look into the sticker and switch off your cell phones, please. Please maintain silence and decorum within the auditorium.
It's only from introduction? No, no. It's starting because Novul. That's what he told fourth. He told four times. Huh? He told three times, four times. A very good morning, all of you. All graduates present in the auditorium are expected to follow these instructions carefully. Maintain silence in the auditorium during the proceedings of the 20th convocation about to begin shortly, and switch off the cell phone immediately.
All the members in the audience are required to stand when the academic procession enters the auditorium and should continue to stand till the chief guest and senators take their seats on the dais and until the singing of national anthem is over. The invocation is over. Please maintain decency and decorum to respect your alma mater.
Avoid talking to one another and moving around the auditorium during the course of the proceedings, and observe proceedings very attentively and closely. After the announcement of the name of the graduates to receive the degree, he or she is requested to get onto the dais and bow 4 times. Please listen carefully. All the graduates who are here to receive the degree is requested to get on the dais and bow 4 times. The first time they need to bow to the revered senators seated on the dais who represent the teaching community of NIT Warangal, and walk down a bit further and bow for the second time to the chief guest. Then they should walk on, stand in the circle marked with white chalk, and bow to the director before receiving the degree. And also for posing for the photograph at the same time. And the last, when you leave, you have to bow and then leave.
After receiving the degrees, the candidates should return to their respective seats. If any graduate's name has not been called out, such graduates could approach the Associate Dean Academics and collect their degrees at the end of the convocation without disrupting the ongoing proceedings. After distribution of degrees to each category of students, the director admits them to the degree and charges them to be worthy of the same. At this time, the students of that category should stand up. The students are requested to sit according to their allotted seats. Do not disturb the stickers with your roll numbers stuck to the seats. Please be seated according to the seating arrangements and please maintain the silence. Avoid talking to each other. The students are requested to please occupy their seats according to the roll number stuck to their chairs and occupy their seats according to the seating arrangements.
All graduates are requested to kindly settle down immediately. Switch off your mobile phones.
All students are requested to avoid moving around the auditorium and take their respective seats. Please keep silent, students, and switch off your cell phones.
Towards the end of the program, after receiving all the degrees, the graduates should take an oath by repeating the pledge read out by Mr. B. Sri Harsha, Institute Gold Medalist from Chemical Engineering Department. The graduates should stretch their arms straight in front of them and repeat after the pledge by Mr. Sri Harsha. The closing of convocation is marked by national anthem. All the graduates and members of the audience are requested to stand.
The graduates and members of the audience are requested to keep standing and not to move or leave their seats until the academic procession leaves the auditorium completely. Kindly note that lunch is arranged for graduates, parents, senators, and faculty members in IFC A. Thank you.
Parents of the graduates are requested to occupy in the balcony besides the auditorium.
Students, please occupy your respective seats.
Request all the graduates to be seated since within 5 minutes the procession is going to start.
All the members in the audience are required to stand when the academic procession enters the auditorium and should continue to stand till the chief guest and senators take their seats on the dais and until the singing of national anthem is over, the invocation is over. Please maintain decency and decorum to respect your alma mater.
Avoid talking to one another and moving around the auditorium during the course of the proceedings and observe proceedings very attentively and closely. This is an important announcement. Please listen. After the announcement of the name of the graduates to receive the degree, he or she is requested to get onto the dais and bow 4 times. The first time, they need to bow to the revered senators seated on the dais who represent the teaching community of NIT Warangal and walk down a bit further and bow for the second time to the chief guest. Then they should walk on, stand in the circle marked in the with white chalk and bow to the director before receiving the degree. And while receiving the degree from the director, you are requested to pose for the photograph at the same time and bow for the last time before you leave the stage.
After receiving the degrees, the candidates should return to their respective seats. If any graduate's name has not been called out, such graduates could approach the Associate Dean Academics and collect their degrees at the end of the convocation without disrupting the ongoing proceedings. After distribution of degrees to each category of students, the director admits them to the degree and charges them to be worthy of the same. At this time, the students of that category should stand up.
Towards the end of the program, after receiving all the degrees, the graduates should take an oath by repeating the pledge read out by Mr. B. Sri Harsha, Institute Gold Medalist from Chemical Engineering Department. The graduates should stretch their arms straight in front of them and repeat after the pledge by Mr. Sri Harsha. The closing of the convocation is marked by national anthem. All of the graduates and members of the audience are requested to stand.
The graduates are requested to switch off their cell phone immediately. The graduates are requested to switch off their cell phones immediately and take their respective seats according to the seating arrangements. The graduates and members of the audience are requested to keep standing and not to move or leave their seats until the academic procession leaves the auditorium completely. The students are again requested to sit according to the allotted seats. Do not disturb the stickers with your roll number stuck to the seats. Please be seated according to seating arrangements. Kindly note that lunch is arranged for graduates, parents, senators and faculty in IFCA.
Academic procession has started. Graduates, please settle down immediately.
The procession has been started. The graduates are requested to please take their respective seats immediately. And all the members in the audience are required to stand when the academic procession enters the auditorium and should continue to stand till the chief guest and senators take their seats on the dais and until the singing of national anthem is over. The invocation is over. Please maintain decency and decorum to respect your alma mater. The graduates are requested to immediately take their respective seats. Kindly avoid moving around the auditorium.
Request all the graduates to settle down soon. Avoid talking to each other.
The procession has already been started. The graduates are requested to immediately take their respective seats and settle down. Please avoid moving around the auditorium and please avoid talking to each other. The students are requested to immediately take their respective seats. The procession has been already started. All the members in the audience are required to stand when the academic procession enters the auditorium and should continue to stand till the chief guest and senators take their seats on the dais and until the singing of national anthem is over. The invocation is over.
All the participants, students, graduates, please settle down. Please settle down. Do not make noise. You have to sit down in the seats allotted to you. Check your sticker with your roll number and please settle down.
An important announcement. After the announcement of the name of the graduates to receive the degree, he or she is requested to get onto the dais and bow 4 times. The first time they need to bow to the revered senators seated on the dais who represent the teaching community of NIT Warangal, and walk down a bit further and bow for the second time to the chief guest. Then they should walk on, stand in the circle marked with white chalk and bow to the director before receiving the degree, and also you have to pose for the photograph at the same time. And at the last, while leaving, you have to bow and leave.
After receiving the degrees, the candidates should return to their respective seats. If any graduate's name has not been called out, such graduates could approach the Associate Dean Academic and collect their degrees at the end of the convocation without disrupting the ongoing proceedings. After distribution of degrees to each category of students, the director admits them to the degree and charges them to be worthy of the same. At this time, the students of that category should stand up.
Towards the end of the program, after receiving all the degrees, the graduates should take an oath by repeating the pledge read out by Mr. B. Sri Harsha, Institute Gold Medalist from Chemical Engineering Department. The graduates should stretch their arms straight in front of them and repeat after the pledge by Mr. Sri Harsha. The closing of the convocation is marked by national anthem. All the graduates and members of the audience are requested to stand.
All the graduates and members present in the auditorium are requested to stand up. The proceedings are already entering. Please stand up and continue to stand till the chief guests and senators take their seats on the dais.
शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request all of you to please take your seats. I now declare the 20th convocation open. Most respected Professor Sudhir K. Jain, Vice Chancellor, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, Chief Guest of today's convocation ceremony for graduating UG students, members of the Board of Governors, Deans, Advisors, Registrar, Heads of Department, esteemed Senators, faculty members, officers, staff, my dear graduates and their parents. I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to the 20th convocation of this institute. I am particularly grateful to Professor Sudhir K. Jain for accepting our request to be the chief guest on this solemn occasion. As you may be aware, that convocation is a very special occasion in the life of every graduate student. It is the day on which the dreams of most parents and guardians to see their wards walk up confidently to the stage and receive a coveted degree would come true. On this momentous occasion, I congratulate all the graduates and wish them a very bright future. You will now join over 30,000 alumni of this institute. I am sure, as alumni of this great institution, you will cherish the memories of the time spent in sharpening your skills with creative and innovative outlook and metamorphosing into responsible and mature citizens. We look forward for your contributions in the service of not only this institution, but also the nation in improving the quality of life of our citizens by finding technical solutions to the societal problems. Whether you are taking up employment or going for higher studies, always remember your responsibility to your motherland and find ways to express, ways to ameliorate the sufferings of the poor and the needy. This convocation proves to be a particularly noteworthy because it is held for the first time across 2 days, with the first day reserved for undergraduate students and the second day for postgraduate students and doctoral scholars. This enables the parents to also join in the auditorium to witness their wards receiving the degrees. I am proud to announce that 895 BTech students, 553 MTech students, 144 MSc students, 39 MBA students, 55 MCA students and 99 PhD scholars, totaling about 1785 students, will be receiving their degrees in this convocation today and tomorrow. Hearty congratulations to all the graduates and their proud parents. I wish you all the best of luck. I wish to present a brief report on the achievements of NIT Warangal since the last convocation. The institute has improved its NIRF rank to 21 in the recently announced NIRF 2022 rankings. It is encouraging to note that the institute performed well across a wide range of rating criteria. However, I strongly feel that we can raise our ranking to somewhere around 10 in the upcoming years by focusing on our strengths and potentials and improving in areas of our deficiencies. We will be reviewing and working out a pragmatic strategic action plan and monitoring mechanism in this regard. With regard to the activities of this institute, I am happy to inform that the physical mode of the academic activities has resumed in the second semester of the academic year. We have overcome the initial fears of the corona threats with the enthusiasm shown by the faculty and students. I congratulate the present and the past deans, academic advisors and their team for the untiring efforts in ensuring that the academic year is successfully completed as per the academic calendar, despite the difficulties faced during the transition from the online to offline mode. It is indeed a very happy to note that our institute has done exceedingly well in the campus placements. A record number of 1132 students, which include 646 UG students and 486 PG students, were selected in 2021 and 2022, an increase of nearly 32.24% over the previous year. The highest pay package was rupees 62.5 lakhs, and the average pay package has also increased by almost 17% in the academic year 2021 and 2022 relative to the previous year. I congratulate the CCPD team for this appreciable achievement. At present, NIT Warangal offers 9 programs at UG level, 5 MSc, 1 MCA and 1 MBA, totaling 35 programs at master's level, which is one of the highest among the NITs. The institute also offers doctoral programs in all branches of engineering, sciences, management and humanities. Last academic year, the Department of Physics, Chemistry and Mathematics have introduced a 5-year MSc integrated program with an intake of 20 students in each of these 3 disciplines. I am happy to inform you that from the last year 2021 and 2022, the institute is offering 19 new PG diploma programs in 7 engineering branches. In addition to the regular MTech and PhD programs, the institute has started MTech and PhD on self-finance mode from the academic year 2021 and 2022. So far, in all the disciplines together, 840 PhDs have been awarded by NIT Warangal. The institute is a recognized QIP center for master's and doctoral programs in several departments. I am glad to inform you that apart from the students from almost every corner of the country, we have also been attracting foreign students from almost 45 countries. I am glad to inform you that we have received accreditation from NBA, the National Board of Accreditation, for the UG programs in civil engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, mechanical engineering and electronics and communication engineering for 6 years from academic year 22-23 to 36-28. We also received accreditation for the BTech Metallurgical and Materials Engineering for a period of 3 years from the academic year 2022-2023. The NBA team will be visiting this institute again from 9th to 11th of this month for considering accreditation of BTech in chemical engineering, 2 programs of MTech in civil engineering and 1 program of MTech in mechanical engineering. Action is on hand for applying for accreditation of all the remaining UG and PG programs. Coming to the National Education Policy Curriculum Revision, in order to make the existing programs more relevant and in fulfillment of the mandate of the National Education Policy 2020, NIT Warangal has carried out a stupendous task of revising curriculum of all the programs with effect from the current academic year 2020-21. Some of the salient features of the curriculum revisions include promoting branch-specific curriculum right from the first year of the undergraduate program. Customized basic science courses aligning with the requirements of the specific branch of engineering. Summer internship programs of the EPICS program, namely engineering projects in community services, is made mandatory. Provision for a semester-long industrial internship during 8th semester is provided. Mandatory non-credit courses are introduced. Minor and major programs have been revamped. Exit options are given for both MTech integrated MSc and PhD programs. The science and management departments will also start implementing outcome-based education very soon. Coming to the patents awarded to the faculty, we all know that patenting and product development are the thrust areas in the institute's agenda for future. Even at the national level and for all the rankings included for the NIRF, patents and IPR are being given a lot of importance. I am happy to inform you that this culture of patenting is picking up in our institute. Several patents have been received and filed by the faculty this year. Like Dr. Suresh Babu Parli has obtained an Indian patent title, Model to Enhance Security and to Improve the Fault Tolerance. Similarly, M. Hiralal, Ratish Kumar and others have got a patent on smart rigid pavement. Sujit Reddy and P. Ratish Kumar got a patent on a methodological framework and system for achieving sustainable building construction. A. Sujit Reddy and Professor Ratish Kumar got a Indian patent on a method and a system for assessing sustainability for civil infrastructure. Mukul Pradhan, S. Rudra and R. Chakravarti got a patent for synthesis of graphitized carbon and biomass using focused sunlight in a newly designed reaction setup for energy storage application. Similarly, Dr. V. Rama and Professor C. B. Ramarao has been granted a patent on a telehealth care system and method for early disease detection. And finally, Dr. Suresh Babu Parli received a patent for a web-enabled smart homeway gateway for automatic device and network configuration and automatic system updates via IoT. So let me congratulate all of them on receiving the patent for their noteworthy inventions. Coming to the ongoing research projects at NIT Warangal, we are all aware that projects and publications are the key parameters for the performance evaluation of any higher level research institute. I am very happy to inform you that the faculty of NIT Warangal are actively involved in R&D. A number of research projects worth over rupees 10 crores are being carried out with funding from various sponsoring agencies. In the last few months, about rupees 7.5 crores worth of major projects from SCRB, DST, MITI, etc. have been granted. Some of the noteworthy projects that were sanctioned in the recent times are Dr. Ajay Kumar Pandey, Dr. B. Srinivasa and Dr. N. Narsaya for 90.56 lakhs on exploratory studies on effect of fatigue and hold time on crack growth behavior of GTM. Similarly, Dr. N. Narsaya and his team have received a project of about 224.47 lakhs on synergistic training program utilizing scientific and technological infrastructure. Similarly, Dr. Devraj Indranil Banerjee, Dr. Himanshu Pandya, Professor Devjani Arun Chakravarti and Dr. Soumya Lipsarath, Dr. Rupal Patel and Dr. Nakim have received a project to develop a strategy for drug repurposing studies to combat AMR using bioinformatic tools for alternative lead molecules focusing on inhibitor-resistant beta-lactam. This is of value of 91 lakhs. Several other projects are also there, but due to shortage of time, I'm not going through it. Congratulations to all the faculty colleagues who have secured the projects. Coming to the publications and research highlights, we are happy to share that the valuable and impactful research contributions have been made by the faculty members in international journals with impact factor of as high as 13.8. In the year 2021-22, approximately 416 research papers have been published by the faculty of the institute in Scopus, SCI, Elsevier, and other peer-reviewed international journals. Coming to the books and book chapters, I am happy to inform that the faculty of NIT Warangal are accredited with 71 book publications of international repute. Coming to the Gyan, Spark and FDPs and conferences organized, the faculty of NIT Warangal have organized an overwhelming number of 117 FDPs during the last academic year. Besides, they have also delivered a total of 282 lectures at various forums at national and international level. Coming to the guest lectures by eminent international speakers, we have Dr. Venkatamna Sridhar, Associate Professor from Virginia Polytechnic, who gave a lecture titled My Fulbright Experiences in India. Then Dr. Herbert Falk delivered an expert lecture for the students on real-time control of power systems. Similarly, Dr. Venkatamana Sridhar from Virginia Tech gave a lecture on sustainable water management in Mekong Basin. The third distinguished lecture was delivered by Ambassador Amar Sinha on future of Afghanistan in the region, a view from India, organized under outreach program of the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Videsh Niti. Coming to the awards and achievements and outreach, the faculty members of NIT Warangal have been recognized at various forums for their outstanding contributions. Some of the important achievements are: the series at Sonama has been selected for the faculty secondment for the Asian Institute of Technology at Bangkok. Dr. T. Vinay Kumar was awarded a CRB International Research Experience Fellowship. Dr. S.L. Rath was awarded the best paper at a paper entitled An Unsupervised Clustering Algorithm to Cluster the New SARS-CoV-2 Virus Mutation. Dr. Sridhar Pillai was nominated as Primary Evaluator for Toykathon 2021 by the Ministry of Education. Dr. Manish Pandey was one of the guest editors of the special issue, The Urban Fluvial and Hydro Environment System, Frontiers in Environmental Science Journal. Similarly, contribution from Dr. Manish Pandey, Dr. Venkat Suresh Patnaikuni, Professor Sirish Sonawane and Professor R. Narasimha Rao, Dr. Ekta Goyal, Dr. Pergu Shyam are notable to be mentioned here. The Central Library of NIT Warangal received the Award of Recognition of Excellence 2020 from Taylor and Francis Group for adapting and contributing towards the growing needs of online education in India. Similarly, Dr. Madhavi, Dr. Kashinath and Dr. Ms. Ragasudha got awards in the field of science, communication, popularization and extension scope. Professor Debashish Datta, Professor Anand Kishore Kola and Kishore Kumar Brahmaraju, Soumya Lipsa Reth, Dr. Pergu Shyam, Professor Adepu Kumar and others also received various distinctions and recognitions. Coming to the establishment of centers of excellence and state-of-art laboratories, NIT Warangal has established the Siemens Center of Excellence and it has commenced the training activities in 7 laboratories established, and we hope to complete the remaining 6 laboratories very soon. Similarly, the NIT Warangal Hitachi Smart Electric Group has become operational from 6th May of this year. NIT Warangal has also been identified for collaborating in the establishment of Center of Excellence in Mobility Engineering and Technology along with ZF Group International. Coming to the recruitments, the Institute is giving a lot of importance to strengthening human resources by periodic recruitments. I am extremely happy to inform you that during my tenure, 3 rounds of faculty recruitment have taken place and around 150 faculty have been added on the rolls of the Institute. The 3rd round of faculty recruitment has been successfully completed recently. Around 228 internal faculty have been appointed to the higher grades and 12 new faculty members have been recruited in the new recruitment process. Currently, the faculty strength of the Institute has increased to 319. I congratulate the Dean, Faculty Welfare, Registrar and the team for successfully completing this process. With this addition of 45 new professors, we are now a strong team of around 120 senators to decide on all academic matters. I am happy to inform you that over 15 years, nearly 110 non-teaching posts have been filled up recently in a smooth and transparent recruitment process. I am sure with the addition of the technical staff, the laboratory teaching and research in the Institute will be further strengthened. I congratulate the Registrar and his team for successfully completing this long overdue recruitment process of non-teaching staff. Coming to the student festival, Spring Spree and Technology and Festivals, after reopening, the Institute has successfully conducted the Spring Spree and Technology and Festivals in a physical mode. I congratulate the Dean, Student Welfare and the coordinators for their efforts. NIT Warangal has been selected by the Ministry of Education to administer the direct admission of students abroad scheme for the academic year 2022 and 23, and the activities are in full swing. We have decided for the first time to throw open PG admissions in our institute, also for DASA admissions. Coming to the various MOUs entered, the institute has entered into agreements with different academic institutions and industrial organizations for academic and research collaboration and exchange programs. Some important MOUs worth mentioning are MSMEs, National Center for Additive Manufacturing, Techlic Bengaluru, 9 Stars Bengaluru, and Optimus Software from USA. Coming to the various outreach activities, NIT Warangal was sanctioned with a Stuti program to conduct 12 awareness program during the Science Week, targeting 10+2 students of scientific discipline, and 22 training programs on DST supported R&D equipment to build human resources. The total cost of the program is approximately rupees 2.25 crores. Coming to the Center for Education Technology, it was a one-day student training program on fundamentals of MATLAB and Simulink was organized for the students of NIT Warangal. The program was coordinated by Dr. T. Vinay Kumar and Dr. D. Srinivas Rao. 121 students, including research scholars, have participated in this training program. Coming to the innovative program of SCOPE, the Vigyan Prasar, a sub-wing of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India has sanctioned a 3-year project entitled Science Communication, Popularization and Extension, acronymed SCOPE, with Professor Lakshman Reddy as a nodal officer, Rashtriya Aviskar Abhiyan and Professor of Chemistry as a principal investigator. The project is worth 92 lakh rupees. Its mandate, as per the guidelines of National Education Policy, is to popularize breakthroughs in science and technology and to showcase them in the form of periodicals, booklets, webinars in regional languages. Coming to the alumni activities, I am happy to place on record the alumni activities and contribution made to the institute. We are thankful to the 1982-86 batch for donating an ambulance with advanced life support system during this year. The 1995 batch has planned to create corpus to provide scholarship to needy students and have transferred about 16 lakhs into the NITW Endowment Fund. We also received additional contribution from this batch to the tune of another 16 lakhs. We are specifically thankful to the NIT Warangal Alumni Association for agreeing to hand over the ground floor of GTDC for being used as hostel for PhD and PG girl students. We are looking forward for more involvement of alumni in improving the infrastructure of the institute and supporting our students, not only in academic and research activities, but also in securing placements and internship for them. Coming to the student elections to the Student Executive Committee were held on 10th August in a peaceful manner. My congratulations to all the elected secretaries, deputy secretaries, and class representatives. I wish them all the success in their endeavors. Coming to the NSS unit, the NSS unit of the institute has been participating in various service activities like village visits, communal harmony week, orphanage visit, blood donation camp, student parliament, and awareness program for suicide deterrent and drug awareness drive have been carried out, and regular mental health awareness program is being carried out. A green challenge was taken up on the World Environment Day, wherein one person tagged 5 others to continue the chain and for adding more greenery to our environment. Coming to the campus Greenery Institute, we are witnessing today the expansion of greenery in our campus, and the Miyawaki forest has become a center for attraction. Now, we have 2 selfie points, one near Kalam Circle and the other just in front of you, which has been installed only yesterday. I am sure all the visitors to the institute will use these selfie points and cherish the memories. Other units of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, NSS Student Association and clubs have been quite active in fulfilling their mandate. So, before I conclude, I would like to also mention the initiatives by the Central Library of NIT Warangal. The Central Library of the Institute continued its professional contributions for enhancing research visibility. Some important initiatives are indexing of 1,067 papers of NIT Warangal. During 2022, more than 700 research papers are indexed in Scopus database. Introduction of RFID-enabled library services for the benefit of students, scholars and faculty. Tagging of all the books in Central Library. The Central Library has also installed an RFID-enabled book drop box to return the book after library timings and on holidays. The Central Library has also introduced a book finding scanner, which is helpful to complete the overall stock verification of the whole library. My hearty congratulations to the librarian Dr. Veeranjanelu and his team for this commendable efforts. While once again congratulating the graduating students and wishing them great times ahead, we look forward to your continued association in the development of the institute and mentoring your juniors. I thank the chief guest and you all for participating in this convocation function. Thank you all and thank you for your kind attention.
I have great honor in introducing our chief guest, Professor Sudhir K. Jain, Vice Chancellor, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, who is a highly accomplished scientist, technocrat, and administrator. Professor Sudhir Kumar Jain, born in 1959, is the incumbent and 28th Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University. He has formerly served as the Professor and Director of the Indian Institute of Technology, Gandhinagar, and as Professor of Department of Civil Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. He did his Bachelor's of Engineering in the year 1979 in Civil Engineering from University of Roorkee, now Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. He ranked first in the university and he is a recipient of 3 gold medals. He did his Master's in the year 1980 even in Civil Engineering, specializing in earthquake engineering from California Institute of Technology, Pasadena, USA. He received his Doctor of Philosophy in the year 1983 in Civil Engineering, Earthquake Engineering from California Institute of Technology, USA. Professor Jain started his career as a lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur in the year 1984. Later, he served the institute as an assistant professor, associate professor, and professor. During his tenure at IIT Kanpur, he served as chairman, Student Placement Committee, coordinator, Center for Development of Technical Education, coordinator, Quality Improvement Program, coordinator, Continuing Education Program, head of the Department of Civil Engineering, Dean Resource Planning and Generation. He also served as a visiting faculty member at Asian Institute of Technology, Bangkok, Thailand during 1989, and as a visiting scholar, visiting associate professor at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, USA in 1994. During the year 2015-16, he also took the additional charge as director of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Institute of Technology, Surat. Later, he served as the founding director of the IIT Gandhinagar. The California Institute of Technology, Caltech, has conferred Professor Sudhir Jain with its Distinguished Alumni Award for the year 2022. This is the highest honor of the Caltech in recognition of personal and professional accomplishments of Professor Jain as a successful university administrator and an activist for earthquake study safety. He was elected as an international member of the US National Academy of Engineering in 2021. He was conferred with the coveted Padma Shri for his distinguished services in the field of science and engineering by the Government of India in 2020. He received Distinguished Alumnus Award from the IIT Roorkee for academic or research excellence in 2018. He was also the recipient of life membership by the New Zealand Society for Earthquake Engineering in 2013. Professor Jain has been the principal investigator of numerous sponsored research projects from different national agencies. He has done various post-earthquake studies as a team leader and conducted extensive post-earthquake surveys of various earthquakes in India. The Bhuj earthquake investigation was carried out through a large Indo-US team. This investigation also included a co-team leader from USA. At IIT Kanpur, he has established the most modern experimental facilities in the country for research in earthquake engineering. He has over 200 publications to his credit, which include books, book chapters, journal papers, conference proceedings, and news articles. He has supervised several MTech and PhD theses. He has been actively involved in the development of seismic codes in India. He has editorship of several scholarly journals and publications. Besides, Professor Jain has been a member of various professional societies and international committees of repute. Professor Jain served as a structural consultant to numerous reputed organizations. He is involved in various capacity building activities in earthquake risk reduction, including 2 assignments for the World Bank. Forced vibration testing of major railway tunnels in Jammu and Kashmir, seismic analysis, design of major railway bridges in high seismic regions, seismic design of base isolated hospital building in Shimla, seismic design criteria for concrete gravity dams, seismic analysis of a major oil pipeline, design of seismic retrofitting of deficient multi-story RC buildings, design of multi-story buildings and water retaining structures in seismic regions, and dynamic analysis of high microwave TV towers. We are really fortunate to have you here, sir, as our chief guest. Now, may I request the chief guest, Professor Sudhir K. Jain, to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you, Professor Ramana Rao, Chairman of the Board and Director of the Institute, members of the Board, members of the Senate, faculty and staff members, graduating students, their parents, ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed further, I want to just understand the student profile. So would you please raise your hand, those of you who are 24 and above age, 24 साल से ज़्यादा उम्र के जो लोग हैं हाथ उठाएंगे? How many of you are 24 years old and older? All right, 22 years to 24 years. All right, 20 years to 22 years. Aha, very good. That is what I suspected. Thank you for your cooperation. It helps me understand the student profile. All right, good. So how many of you are from outside Andhra Pradesh and Telangana? All right, good, very good, very good. Thank you. All right. Delighted to be here. This is my first visit to NIT Warangal. I have heard about NIT Warangal as a child. I grew up in UP, small town, and even at that time, I am talking about 50 years back, people in UP knew about Warangal, right? So, it has been a pioneering institution. I did not know why I knew about it in UP, small town, small boy. I didn't grow in big cities, small towns. But yesterday I came to know that NIT Warangal was the first regional engineering college in the country. So you are pioneers in that respect. Professor Ramana Rao, your director, is a good friend of mine for more than 30 years. Last night I was trying to ask him when did I meet him first. We could not figure it out when we met first. We have known each other for more than 30 years. So, all of you should be very proud of graduating from such a fine institution, such a fine college. This is one of the best colleges this country has, and this provides one of the best education that any college anywhere in the country and outside country can provide. But let me give you some caution. ये थोड़ा light को बंद करोगे? This light, can you switch off the light, please? Yeah, I can't see the students to whom I am talking to. Please switch off the light. I don't need my photograph. बंद कराओ यार, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा जब तक ये बंद नहीं करेगा. Very good, thank you. Thank you for supporting me, huh? All right. All right. So, some of you, perhaps most of you, must be very happy that you got a degree or you are going to get a degree, huh? Unless you do some lafda now, you get a degree. You got a degree and most of you are also got a job, right? All of you got a job? How many of you already have a job? Wonderful, very good. So, you think that you are graduating here with a degree and with a job. Is that what you think? Yes or no? I need some enthusiasm, some josh. Yes? Yes or no? All right. थोड़ा आवाज में जोश होना चाहिए. हिंदी आता है इतना? Very good. All right. So, you are thinking today that you are getting a degree and you got a job. Let me give you a surprise. Let me give you a caution. After a few years, you will realize that you got something much more important than a degree and a job at NIT Warangal during your 4 years. And that was that you came here as a 17-year-old child and you are graduating from here as a 21-year-old adult. That is why I asked you your age profile. When you came here, you are a bacha, you are a child. Your mom and your dad told you how to do things. When you are graduating as adults and you know how to live your life. That is what NIT Warangal has given you. It has turned you from child to adult, right? What it has also given you is that it has given you some tools on how to deal with each other. Because before you came here, you are going to school, you are coming home, your parents were handling you, your parents were telling you what to do. How many of you had bought a shirt without parents' supervision before you joined NIT Surat? आप में से कितने लोगों ने अपना शर्ट खुद खरीदा था बिना पेरेंट्स के? नहीं खरीदा था. मम्मी पापा साथ में जाता था शर्ट खरीदने के लिए, right? Now when you take a job, you have to find an apartment yourself. No mummy papa there, right? So what you are realizing here, you think you got a job and you got a degree. I think you got something much more precious. You turned from a childhood to an adulthood and you learned how to deal with things, how to negotiate things, how to take decisions. This apartment is better, that apartment is better, because you got a job. You got a job in Bangalore, you got a job in Madras, you got a job in Delhi, you got a job in Gurgaon, in Noida. There's no mummy and daddy to help you find a apartment, right? So this is what you got. You also got tremendous network of alumni. What Professor Ramana Rao said in his speech, NIT Warangal has how many alumni? How many? You guys were listening to his speech. When he was speaking, many of you are talking here and there. I thought they are not listening. Now I understand. Now NIT Warangal students are so smart that they listen to their director while they are still talking to their friends. Very nice. Thank you. All right. So, you know, 30,000 alumni of NIT Warangal are there all over the world. And that's a very big deal. You can call anybody, you can send an email to anybody and say, I'm an NIT Warangal student, please help me. I'm an NIT Warangal, can I meet you? And you will find that they will come and help you. So the point I'm making here is that NIT Warangal has given you something much, much more than degree and a job. And you should be very proud of it. And NIT Warangal is a very fine college. It has very dynamic teachers, very dynamic director, very good staff, so very nice. But remember, I'm right now living in Banaras. And I've come all the way from Banaras to be a chief guest of this event. And my job here is to also give you some gyan. I have to give you some updesh. I have to give you some wisdom. I have to give you some life ka mantra, which you are not interested in listening. But Professor Ramana Rao will be unhappy with me if I don't give you some wisdom, right? So just give me some more minutes and I'll tell you a few things that might help you. One, when I finished my college, I thought finished. All over. But that was bad news. That was wrong news. If you think that your education is over, it's a bad news. It's a wrong news. Your education never ends. Learning never ends. Right? The society is changing so fast. The technology is changing so fast. And we are changing so fast that you will always have to learn. When I was a young boy, I went to Roorkee to study, and in my first year, we were told that there is a thing called slide rule. Have anyone heard about slide rule in this hall? Students? Anybody seen slide rule? No? So slide rule was a very interesting mechanical device by which you did calculations. And we did not have calculators. So to do engineering, you needed to do a lot of calculations, and therefore you needed a slide rule. And only if you are smart in using slide rule, then only you can get good marks. So those of us who are good in using slide rule got more marks because we could do our calculations very fast. It is a mechanical device. It's not buttons. But by the time I was in fourth year, the calculators came. Everybody had calculator. Life changed. Right? The way the world is changing, you will have to keep learning new things all your life. Therefore, mentally, you should prepare yourselves that while the exams are over, the grades are over, but learning is not over. The second thing that I want to tell you is that you always thought that if you did a good paper in physics, if you learned chemistry well, if you could solve difficult mathematics problems, it will help you to succeed. Because your JE rank depended on how much physics, chemistry, math you knew. At NIT Warangal, depending on how well you did your exam, you got what is called CGPA or something like that. What do you call CGPA? CGPA. And if you had low CGPA, the company will not interview you. So again, you thought that CGPA helps you in success. But the bad news is that your success from now onwards will not depend on how fast you are in solving math problems. Your success today onwards will depend on something very, very different. And let me explain you what I mean by that. When I went to IIT Gandhinagar as a director, I had to recruit staff, I had to recruit faculty. I had to start from zero. And I found that if I was interviewing the person for a job, let us say I am recruiting somebody for electrical engineer's job, somebody who will maintain the electricity in the campus, somebody who would fix the problems of electricity. I found that how good is his electrical engineering knowledge was minor consideration for me. It was not a major consideration for me. The major consideration was, will he take bribes? Is he an honest man? Because if he is knowing good electrical engineering, but if he is a crook, he is a cheat, he is not an honest man, he is useless to me. If he was honest, but he had a bad attitude, he was always thinking negative, he was not supportive, he was not cooperative, again it was useless to me. What will I do with him? And if he was very honest, and he was very cooperative, very positive, but he did not have life skills, he could not work hard, he could negotiate with people, he could not work with other people, he could not maintain relationships, again he was useless. So I found that when recruiting faculty and staff, my criteria was different from the criteria of my other colleagues. My other colleagues were recruiting based on who knew more electrical engineering. I was recruiting based on who was an honest person with a positive frame of mind, with good life skills. And if you know some electrical engineering, it is a very good news. The idea was that if he was an honest man, if he was knowing less electrical engineering, he will learn electrical engineering. But if he knew a lot of electrical engineering, but he was a dishonest man, he was useless to me. What I'm trying to tell you, my friends, is that your life successes will now onwards not only depend on how well you learnt your subject here at NIT Warangal, but it will also depend on what are your values, what are your attitudes, and what are your life skills. Next thing that I want to share with you is that at this point of time you think money is wealth, and rightly so. As young kids, we have not kids anymore, young adults, we have whole life in front of us. We have uncertainties, we worry about things, and we have aspirations to have a nice house, a nice car. We should be able to buy jewelry for our family members and things of that kind. But by the time you grow, you realize that money is not important. At my age, money does not matter. At my age, when I look at my wealth, it is not the money that is my wealth. It is the relationships that is my wealth. What I'm trying to say here is that you would later realize, it will be hard to realize today, but you will realize at some point of time that relationships is the most important wealth that any human being gets. Relationships with your colleagues, relationship with your juniors, with your seniors, with your family members, with your friends, and even people you dislike, even people you don't want to meet. It is not a good idea to break relationships. It is not a good idea to close relationships. It is a good idea to manage relationships well. I know you will say that you have said already life skills is part of the life skills includes relationships, but I think relationships is one of the most important things that as humans we find that is useful. Many times you hear from somebody and he says this person was lucky. He was lucky that he knew this person and this person gave him this opportunity. Actually, I find that 80% of the times the luck comes to people who maintain their relationships, because that luck happens because of the good relationships that they have maintained over their life. One more point I want to make to you is that your education at NIT Warangal has been subsidized by the taxpayers, has been paid by the taxes that the poor men have paid. As you are aware, this country has a lot of poverty. A lot of young students are not able to get even primary education. Their schools are in very bad shape. A lot of people are not able to get health care facilities. They are not able to get proper doctor support, medicines, and so on and so forth. There is so much poverty around us that we don't even pay attention to it. We don't even realize that there is a poverty. We are so used to poverty now. But that is not a way of life for a civilized society. And I suppose that all of us, and I'm included in that, who got our education through public money, through taxpayers' money, it is our personal obligation. It is our moral obligation to see if we can help remove the hardship, remove the difficulties that some of the underprivileged people that come in contact with us. We cannot solve everybody's problem. We cannot solve the poverty in the country. We cannot solve the poverty in our city and our town or in our village, but we can certainly provide relief to some people who come in contact with us. And I urge you to look at your life in a bigger perspective of how you could be a good citizen, where you are not only earning money for yourselves and for your family, but you're also being a good citizen by providing some relief to some of the underprivileged sections. My final point here is that the fact today that you are sitting at NIT Warangal and able to get good education, you would like future generations of NIT Warangal students to also get good education. Today, when your registrar introduced me, he mentioned that I got a degree from Roorkee. I got my degree from Roorkee all 44 years back, right? 79, so that will make it 43 years back. After 43 years, I'm still introduced as a graduate of Roorkee. Even when I die, somebody would say he was a student of Roorkee. What does that tell you? That tells you that NIT Warangal is now stuck to your name for the rest of your life. If NIT Warangal does well in future, you will come out in good light. If NIT Warangal comes out in poor light, you will come out in poor light. Because people will say, he went to that college which is so good, or they will say, he went to that college which is so bad. Therefore, I want to explain to you that NIT Warangal's future is the most important concern that you should have as its alumni, to make sure that NIT Warangal continues to do well. One of my standard speeches used to be at IIT Gandhinagar that every alumni of IIT Gandhinagar must give IIT Gandhinagar a financial contribution every year, and I'm very delighted that 50%, 50% of the alumni of IIT Gandhinagar have been giving money for last 3 years, every year. It is not one time. And I exhort all of you, and you have a Dean of Alumni Relations here, you have a very good alumni association. I would like you to think about giving a small money. It doesn't have to be large money. 1% of your annual salary, 2% of your annual salary is good enough. You must show your affection to NIT Warangal year after year. Finally, I would like to congratulate all of you and to your parents and family members. There's a lot of sacrifice that the family members have done in order to enable these young students to be able to get into NIT Warangal, which is a very, very difficult place to get into, and to be able to survive its very demanding curriculum and to come out as graduates. I congratulate all of you for the same. And my dear friends, life will be bringing a lot of challenges, lot of ups and downs. You are just entering into the real world. You will have to take decisions. You will have to make choices. And I wish you all the wisdom and all the courage to make those choices and to make those decisions. Thank you very much. All the best.
Sir, the heads of the departments will present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor of Technology in the following order: Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Computer Science Engineering, and Biotechnology.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering, and I pray that they and others in absentia be admitted. Abhishek, Aduluri Abhinay Sharma, Abdul Malik Ahmad Yusri, Pujita Ajmera, Ashwini Mukhia, A. Tripathi, B. Abhishek, Bangaru Akarsh, Bhavanasri Sohan, Sai Teja Gaud, Durga Santoshi Harichandana, Durvasula Venkata Phalgun, Lakshmi Narsimha Kalyan Chakravarti, Sai Kirti, Gursimar Singh Obrai, Vishnuvardhan, Venkata Kishore, Sushant Reddy, Surya Teja, Naveen Kumar, Lakshmi Santosh, Manasa Eleshwarapu, Muhammad Safi ur Rahman, Muhammad Saji Ali, Nitin, Venkata Naveen, Kaushik Ratan, Prashant Kumar, Srimant Raj Renukuntla, Mahin Faruqi, Sheikh Saddam Hussein, Surendra Yadav, Avinash, Vamsi, Bhanu Prakash, Yashwant, Yashwant Chebrolu, Jyotsna Devi, Ahmad Rohid, Ajmera Naveen Nayak, Argo Bhaumik, Mohibi, Sai Kumar, Bhavana Lakshmi Prasanna, Behra Vaishnavi, Bhukya Shashidhar, Sai Rohit, Veena Sri Saumya, Rohit Gadichandana, Sherwani, Varshini, Ishwar Reddy, Sushmita, Kancharla Joshna Devi, Kola Yashwanta Sai, Kondeti Venu, Jaswant Reddy K, Kumar Harsh, Balachandra Mauli, Mayukha, Muhammad Abdul Muqtadir, Manikantha, Sai Charan Reddy, Pallavi, Rajveer Sharma, Rohan Ambati, Satya Ashish, Srinidhi Srinivas Kondala, Tati Vikram, Taduri Shruti, Vasireddy Monica, Vemu Sri Sai Tarun, Vikram Pal, Veeranjaneya Lokesh, Sai Santosh, Yash Mishra, Yogesh.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and I pray that they and others in absentia be admitted. Electrical. Huh? Start. A. Jayakshmi. A. Jayakshmi. Alladi Srikar. మళ్ళీ ఇది చదవక్కర్లేదు కదా
సివిల్ వాడు ఆయన ఫాస్ట్గా చదివేశాడు
సో ఇది మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చదవాలి.
ఓకే
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and I pray that they and others in absentia be admitted. A. Jayakshmi. Alladi Srikar. Amit Kumar. Anumula Vinod Gaurav. Anumula Tanuja Reddy. B. Shivakumar. Bandi Manideep. Battula Bonagiri Nagaraju. Bulli Shushant. Dev Baheti. Donagiri Vamsi Krishna. Donagiri Vamsi Krishna. Gavvala Akil. Gunda Tejeswara Sai. Rishika Gurram. Irukula Avikshit. Bharat Kumar Jonnadula. Ganesh Reddy Kallam. Kandi Banda Gopinath. Kasse Prashanti. Kochiganti SPL Harsha Kashyap. Kolipaka Srinivas. Lakshmi Surya Narayana Paluri. Liana Manage Ishan Chiranjaya. Maithili Pramod. Mattipalli Maheshwari. Merugu Preetam. Just. Mohit Sharma. Mulakaluri Samir Kumar. Nikhil Bharti. Peddireddy Sai Adinarayana. Perne Sanjay Kumar. Pulle Sri Sai Saumya. Rachapudi Aryan. Resham Vamsi Krishna. Rishi Kumar Singh. Roshan Mahesh Panuganti. Sai Satya Gauri Madulapalli. Samavedam Surya Shanmukha Sai Madhav. Shyam Kumar Singh. Sonu Kumar Meena. Uswata Liyanage Nipuni Sharmala Pereira. Farshil Dipal Lavingya. Vishnu Lingampalli. Abdul Rahim Khan. Adiraju Pavan Kumar. Akil Srinath. Alakunda Abhiram Gaud. Ankit Baid. Arpit Goyal. Avinash Pulugurta. Bachina Saumyukta Chaudhary. Banot Ganesh. Bhagya Tapan Kumar Trivedi. Bhopal Singh. Chaudat Devadat Prakarshi Bhai. Gangadhari Amar. Gurram Nikhil. Harsha Garodia. Himamshu Chaudhary. Kandregla PSSS Jayasurya. Kaja Samiruddin. Komineni Supraja. Kuruvella Chandrakant. Lakshmikant Ayyadevara. Laveti Dinakara Nukaraja Balaji. Madine Chellarao. Manav Hitesh Shetty. Maturi Bhargavi. Reddy Abhijit Reddy. Muhammad Safwan Nazim. Nagaraju Shantan. Nagaraj Negi. Palasha Rekha Chandini. Potla Sai Satyadeep. Revant Kashyamalla. Rohan Narula. Sagi Sai Krishna, Shabaj Rafi Lal, Shashwat Mahale, Shriyanshu Shomani, S. Sai Krishna Teja, Subhash Chandra Bose Vegalam, VRR Mahesh Varma, Amruta Varshini Vasimalla, Vishal Sonkoria, Utturi Sindhu, Hempalla Harshit Reddy. Thank you.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor's of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, and I pray that they and the others in absentia be admitted. Adapur Rupa, Aki Harsh, Aniruddha, Ankit Shukla, Goswami, Sai Teja, Divya, Gautami Priya, Chandrasekhar, Avanti Kailash, Chetan Vilas, Susmita Lahari, Trivikram, Fanendra Sai, Divakar, Gurang Agarwal, Ghanshyam Meena, Nikhil Kumar, Gautam Kalyan Murthy, Hariom Pandey, Izaz Muhammad Azad, Madhukar Rakshit, Hema Satya Hemant, Vishnu Sai Santanu, Venkata Hari, Kodavati Ishwar, Dulanjan Tirundu, M. Sadasiva, Divya Shri, Malavika Singh, Prabhat Sharan, Mugdad, Mrinal Gnan, Natarajan Avinash, Paka Varun, Shrikar, Tushantan, Praveen Balaji, Palavarthi Steve, Rishabh Mishra, Ritesh, Rohit Chandrahas, Rohan Soni, Uma Monica, Shivam Singh, Siddhika Desai, Nitin Balaji, Sumit Agarwal, Sapnil Soni, Mahonnath, Neha, Gautam, Vinayak Agarwal, Akkireddy Ankit Kumar, Sri Chaitanya, Sashank, Bandi Sahit, Bashiruddin Fizad Syed, Pooja, Anup Rao, Chellapalla Sundara Karthik, Jeevan Jyoti, Chintala Akash, Manas, Sai Bhargav, Nagasai Surya Chanakya, Vaishnavi, Gayatri, Ankit Kumar, Rakesh Babu, Himanshu Tensing, Jangam Steve, Jitendra Veer, Vinyas Naidu, Likita Rathod, Venkatasai Harsha, Devi Fani Sai Chandramouli, Lavish Garg, Rohit Macharla, Ravi Kumar, Shanmukh Priya, Morik Anthony, Nidhi Verma, Hem Sundar, Parth Galundia, Sai Nikhil, Varun Reddy, Deena Kant, Praveen, Akshay, Rohit Sahu, Ritvik, Rupesh, Rishikesh, Sumana, Jayant, Sheikh Javed, Shivam, Shubham Sanjeev Das, Sparshal, Swarna Bandwal, Hishikesh, Ravi Kaundanya, Venkata Hemant, Gautam, and Yash. One more. Arnab Chatterjee.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of the Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and I pray that they and the others in absentia be admitted. Mr. Adari Rohit, Amartya Sen Akkanapalli, Mr. Aluka Koti Reddy, Aniket Singh, Annadi Ajay Reddy, Asnalli Divakar, Bhumika Atkuri, Balatoti Enosh Raz, Harshavardhan Banotu, Biral Kumar Pradhan, Burri Prudviraj, Chilikuri Yagna, D. Srivatsa, Darshanala Rajakumar, Deepak Rajesh, Deepak Rajesh, Dhulipala Kavya, Sai Krishna Garlapati, Gude Venkata Murali, Harsha Chaudhary, Himanshu Mahavar, Imran Ali Syed, Jitendra Kumar Verma, Kadali Monica, Kami Reddy Neeraj Kumar Reddy, Kasturi Maunita Ravindranath, Khambam Party Maunita, Khambam Party Nitin Chandra, Kota Srilahari, Labhana Naveen, Teja, Mitesh Mahadevan Shankar, Mora Teja, నెక్కంటి శ్రీకీర్తి, నితిన్ రాజ్ నక్కా, పరిమి జస్వంత్, విష్ణుప్రకాష్ పిండెం, పోకూరి సాయి అఖిల్, పోతినేని బాల సుజిత్, ప్రతీక్ సక్సేనా, రఘురామ్ కొల్లూరి, రాహుల్ మీనన్ ఉదయభాను, రాజనాల ప్రశాంత్, రోషిణి కమలప్రియ, సాయికృష్ణ బొమ్మవరం, సంగెం సౌమ్యరెడ్డి, సన్వర్ మాల్ ఢాకేర్, సరికొండ గణేష్ సాయి మంజునాథ్, స్నేహల్ ఖజూరియా, సోమిశెట్టి వెంకట సాయి సుదీప్ రావు, శ్రీధర్ ఖండవల్లి, సుసర్ల అఖిల్, తన్వి శేఖర్, తథాగత్ సింగ్ వర్మ, తన్నేరు గీతిక, ఉద్బలే రోహిత్, ఉప్పే ధనుష్ వెంకట్, సాయి వెంకట్ వెలగ, విశాల్ రంజన్, ఉప్పుల తేజరెడ్డి, ఆహ్లాద్ ఎలవర్తి, ఆలీషా వినోద్, అమరగాని సాకేత్ కుమార్ విజయభాస్కర్, అంకిత్ సురేష్, ఆశీష్ మీనా, అసిత్ బన్సల్, అవినాష్ కుమార్, బాణావత్ లక్ష్మీ ప్రసన్నబాయి, దేవి హరిచరణ్ ధర్మవత్, హరిప్రసాద్ నాయక్, సాయి భావన, యశ్వంత్ చిరుమామిళ్ళ, డి సింధూజ, దాడి వెంకట సత్య శ్రీలత, దీపక్ చెహర్, ధరావత్ సింధూర నాయక్, దుగ్గిరాల భార్గవి, గంటిమల్ల అభిరామ్, గౌరవ్ యాదవ్, శ్రీ వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి, హరీష్ కుమార్ సాహు, కామిని జయసింఘే, హిమాంశు శేఖర్ దాస్, కేవి నీమా, రవికుమార్ కంబాల్, కంచర్ల సూర్యపద్మ, కెళ్ళ అనుసందీప్, లక్ష్మీ ప్రజ్ఞ కలవచర్ల, చరణ్ మండపాటి, మిట్టపల్లి సాయి నిఖిల్, నకిరికంటి వంశీకృష్ణ, పండుగ శ్రీవర్ధన్ రెడ్డి, ఫిలిప్ ఆల్బర్ట్, రాహుల్ గట్టు నందకుమార్, రాజ్ భౌమిక్, రామోజు రాజేష్ కుమార్, రీతిక పాలీవాల్, రిషికేష్ షెండారే, సముద్రాల అరవింద్, సంకేత్ సింగ్, సపవత్ కుమార్, శ్రేయ సాహా, సీతాంశు శుక్ల, సోలవ్ ప్రతీక్ దీపక్, శ్రీముఖ్ మంత్రి ప్రగడ, శ్రీరామోజు శశాంక్, సుద్దాల సాయి సిద్ధార్థ, యశోదాదేవి, తేజాస్ భట్, తాటిపల్లి కౌశిక్, ఒబ్బిలిశెట్టి వెంకట సాయి, ఎండూరు పూజిత్ మణిదీప్,
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, and I pray that they and others in absence shall be admitted. Abhijit Kumar, B. Shetty Sharat Kumar, Boinapalli Rishit Bharadwaj, Burra Shrikant, Chilukopathin Ajay, Choleti Adarsh, Dharavat Kumar Nayak, Yenugurti Sai Pavan, Guduru Uday Reddy, Gundlapalli Bhargav, Gurgubelli Lakshmi Srinivas Sairam, Kanneboyina Krishna Kumar, Katta Ananya, Kaushik Baro, Kondavar Vinay Kumar, Kurella Bhimesh, Lakshit Saini, Muhammad Danish, NL Ritik Prasad, Neelakantam Maunika, Nishant Preetham Gummapu, Panjal Shreyas, Rahul Podi Sai Swarup, Rikkala Rutvik Reddy, Nikhil Shabadu, Sheikh Akila, Shrestha Somai,
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering, and I pray that they and others in absentia be admitted. Aditya Rustam Singh, Anuj Naveen, B. Sriharsha, Basani Sharat Chandra, Bukya Prashant, Bogula Sai Vamshi, B. Priyanka Reddy, Chennuri Pranita, Chilukuri Saptagirish, Deep Chirag Shah, Gannarap Anusha, Karunakar Guntina, Grande Sri Sai Vaishnavi, G. Muniteja, Harsha Srivatsava, Kalepu Navya Manisha, Meghana Kollipara, Kondam Rohan Reddy, Kuchana Srija, Madasu Bhavani, Malnidi Yashwant, MVNS Tejaswini, Muhammad Yasir, M. Charandatta, M. Sai Nikhil, Nalla Kanikshita Reddy, Piyush Ambulkar, Pulipati Sai Madhav, Siddham Sai Nigam, Suragali Sravanti, Svetnak Sahi, Velaga Mohan, Vorem Shashank, Achinta Venkatachalam, Akshit Sridhar, Amruta G, Venkata Sri Surya Praneeth, Ayushi Sinha, Banod Shiva Siddharth, Bhaskar Reddy Koramati, Vicky Jaiswal, Chandil Bharat, Chilla Vaishnavi, Darlapudi Harshita, Garima Varma, Govinda Reddy Gari Neeraj Reddy, Gulakshita Sridhar, Jovita Dantis Varghese, Krishna Chaitanya Kaduri, Kaushal Setia, Konda Monica, Korangi Mohit, Kurishetty Shivasai Vivek, M.Y. Yuktesh, Madishetty Maniteja, Moz Muhammad, Muhammad Zaid Siddiqui, Mugada Bhaskar, N.P. Shammas, Namindla Sangamitra, Pabishetty Sravani, Punukollu Hemant, Reddy Haimavati, Sai Rohit, Sai Srija Sirila, Suhail Akhtar M, Surya Devara Sailesh, Titla Mani Sandeep Reddy, Vaibhav Gupta, Vijay Sharma, Vosa Anshit. Thank you.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, and I pray that they and others in absentia be admitted. Nanavat Gautami, Abidi Vikas Reddy, Adarsh Sriram Muniganti, Ajit Singh, Aniket Satarla, Anshuban Singh, B. Ramya, Srifani Bellamkonda, Bhim Reddy Maunya, Budati Jayasiva Krishna Sai, Chavale VSS Chaitanya, Dasari Sai Kiran, Deepak Champo Satishan, Gaurav Singh, Gundamagari Vivekananda Reddy, Harshita Hajarika, Hina Mittal, Hitendra Singh Shekhawat, Jaychandra Paul Kote, Jijwara Pasanni, K. Srinivas, Khakara Satya Vinil, Karra Harshita, Kasibisi Banu Prakash, Konduru Netaji Nitish, Krishnakant Dalia, Kushagra Kinger, Lakkula Sai Madhav Rao, Malla Sagar, Mamidi Samhita, Marathe Kemra Satish, Muhammad Saad Jamam, Minnam Reddy, Venkat Prashant Reddy, Muhammad Mukarramuddin, Nagam Raghu, Om Nanwani Anil, Nehal Singh Parmar, Palash Gupta, Pantam Charan Tej, Pavan S.K. Chandana, Pujan Mahadev Gangadhare, Pradyuman Atul Shukla, Preet Mukesh Kumar Patel, Raghava Punnati, Manvita Reddy Reddivari, Ritik Agrawal, Rohit Kumar, Rushvit Srikanth, Dharanappa Gaudar, Shahil Pandit, Sandeep Kumar, Saurav Shah, Soham Mukherjee, Sonia Dhoke, Gayatri Srikakula, Sunny Kanojia, T. Akash, Tamminidi Chandani, Uday Kuren Suram, Vaibhav Jadhav, Venkat Harika Vangolu, Uppula Neeraj Kumar, Abhishek Kumar Shukla, Akhilesh Yadav, Ankush Verma, Ashwini Kumar Dhakhad, Billa Preetam Reddy, Chandu Rani Batakuri, Dasari Roshak, Devrab Mandal, Deepak Kumar Shukla, Fuzail Abdul Fiaz Ora, Gonela Sri Ramacharan, Harjit Singh,
Heba Riaz, Hemant Kumar Singh, Himanshu Manwani, Ganesh Jadi, K. Samyukta, Meenakshi Kondapalli, Konepalli Gagan Vamsi Reddy, Kurva Vinod Kumar, Kusuba Nagasai Abhiram, Mamidi Jitendra Reddy, Manyam Avinash, Mayur Prasanna, Mekala Chandu, Mogulla Harshavardhan, Mohit Kadian, Naman Mittal, Naveen Shankar Nagaraj Sudhakar, Pali Reddy Harshavardhan Reddy, Patel Nirav Kumar, Polishetty Vamsi Krishna, Potu Anusha, Prapti Maheshwari, Priyansh Maheshwari, Ramasetti Sujan Kumar, Anand Rajendra Raut, Roshni Sannapu, Sahu Raj Ajay, Saiba Swapnik, Samyukta Prashant Patil, Sira Venkat Dhiren, Shamal Sheikh, Shreya Garg, Snigdh, Somal Chakravarti, Sriram Nitin, Srikar Reddy, Chinta Reddy, Surya Ramananand Sharma, T. Pallavi, Tatipalli Gautam, Tirumala Kshitija, Tushar Sain, Vanshika Agrawal, Yashashvi Rai.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology, and I pray that they and others in absentia be admitted. A. Jaganmohan, A. Sai Teja Reddy, Amog G. Javali, A. Anjali, Ankit Giri, Ankush Mittal, Sendura B. B. Santoshini, Amruta Varshini, CH, CH Srikar, CH Vinay, CH Apurva, CH Sai Gurucharan, Dasari Purna Naga Sai Phaninder, Deepthi Kumari, Daravat Banu Naik, Gaddam Harish, Ritesh Ji, Ganta Pawan Kumar Reddy, G. Uday Kiran, G. Praneeth Vinay, Gopi Prudvi, Himanshu Ranjan, Jakkal Aparna, Sri Agnya, Jyotirmayi Srija, Narasimha Reddy K, Kodali Pradeep Kumar, Konduru Sai Grishma, Mahadevan T. Pradeep, Makam Pranati, Manasa CH, Muhammad Maj Kamate, Muhammad Bilal Ahmad, Naguri Pujita, Nandini K, P. Mukesh Yadav, B. Rahul Yadav, Ramaka Srinidhi, Ritik Sharan, Shivane Adesh Ashok, Snehadeep Kumar, Veeramallu Meghana, Srisha Vemula, Vuyuru Harish Babu, Y. Subhash, and Y. Ashrita.
S. Sai Prasanna, Satyam Pandey, Praveen Kumar, Danush Kumaran, Rapat Satyamurthy, Sheikh Munaza, Dheeraj Manchikatla, Mohammad Samir, Siddham Vinay, Kogul Santosh Reddy, G. Rushishwar, Harsh Bajaj, Mayank Chaudhary, Paramar Shalini Sai, P. Chaitanya, Rathod Jeevan Kumar, Sriram Seth Madhu Kartik, Rohit Verma, Kandaboyana Vikram Yadav, K. Ajay Chandra, Pisar Teja, Anand Yadav, Saket Reddy, Mahati, Valia Parambir Saran, Bhaskar Janath, Deshupi Mandal, Dheeraj, all the recipients of the BTech degrees are requested to stand.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the director of this institute, I admit the candidates presented to me and others in absentia to the degree of Bachelor of Technology and charge them to be worthy of the same.
You can all take your seats.
I now present here the students on fulfillment of prescribed conditions have been found eligible for the award of Roll of Honor gold medals and pray that the medals be given to them. Mr. Tati Vikram, BTech Civil Engineering. Samavedam Surya Shanmukha Sai Madhav, BTech Electrical Engineering. Lavish Garg, BTech Mechanical Engineering. Miss Neelakanti Sri Kirti, B.Tech Electronics and Communications Engineering. Shrestha Somai, B.Tech Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. B. Sriharsha, B.Tech Chemical Engineering. Budati J.S. Siva Sri Krishna Sai, B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering. Nandini Kanoria, B.Tech Biotechnology. Sir, I now present here the student who, on fulfillment of prescribed conditions, has been found eligible for the award of Institute Gold Medal, and pray that the medal be given to B. Sriharsha, B.Tech Chemical Engineering.
All degree recipients are requested to stand to take the pledge. Please take the pledge by placing your hand like this, right hand on.
We, the graduates of the National Institute of Technology, Warangal, hereby pledge that we shall always endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties as engineers and scientists, that we shall always endeavor to utilize our knowledge of science and technology for the service of our country and the glory of our institute. That in all circumstances, we shall try to uphold the dignity of the individual and the integrity of the profession. That we shall, in word and deed, guard against all narrow loyalties and sectarian prejudices, and cherish with pride the basic unity of the country.
May I now request our beloved director to present a memento to the Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Sudhir K. Jain. Now let me propose vote of thanks. At the outset, let me congratulate all the students who have successfully completed their courses of study and received their degrees today. My congratulations to their proud parents also, who are present here, and others who are witnessing the program online. We are indeed grateful to Professor Sudhir K. Jain, Vice Chancellor, Banaras Hindu University, for making it convenient to grace this event as a chief guest. Although Varanasi and Warangal are not well connected, he has taken the trouble to be with us today and give his valuable guidance to the graduates as well as all of us to make our institute more professional. He has not only made millions of buildings throughout the country more seismically resilient, he has made millions of students enhance their capabilities to face challenges and become highly accomplished professionals. Thank you once again, sir, for your valuable contributions to the subject of earthquake safety and for your valuable address on this occasion. We are grateful to our beloved director and Chairman BOG, Professor Raman Rao Garu, for his constant support and guidance at every stage of the activities of this institute. He now has a rare distinction of presiding over 6 convocations of this institute in one term. We are sure his blessings will always be with all of us for reaching greater heights in our professional path. Our special thanks to the academic section headed by Professor N.V. Uma Mahesh and examination section headed by Professor Srinivasacharya for meticulously planning the results processing, intimating the graduates and getting their certificates and medals. We are thankful to all our BOG members, deans, advisors, heads of departments, senators, and all the faculty, non-teaching officers and staff who, by virtue of their being conveners and members of different committees, have immensely contributed for their systemic planning and successfully conducting this convocation function. Our special thanks to the friends from the electronic and print media for the wide coverage of the activities of this institute. We also thank the police, revenue, and all other state officials for their support. We compliment all the students for making it convenient to revisit their alma mater along with their parents and receiving their degrees. We wish them all success in all their endeavors. Thank you all once again.
I now declare the convocation closed.
Check.
जनगण मन जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Please remain standing till the academic procession leaves the auditorium. Lunch is arranged for graduates, parents and senators in IFCA, and for other distinguished guests, it is arranged in Kalam Hall. I repeat, lunch is arranged for students, parents and senators in IFCA. Please remain standing till Lunch is available in IFCA from 1 p.m. today. Lunch is available from 1 p.m. at IFCA for graduates, parents and senators, and for other distinguished guests it is arranged in Kalam Hall. Thank you. You may now be seated or leave the hall. Thank you. We repeat the instructions. Lunch is arranged for graduates, parents and senators in IFCA from 1 p.m. Institute Food Court A from 1 p.m. and for the other distinguished guests it is arranged in Kalam Hall. For graduates, parents and senators, lunch is arranged in Institute Food Court A from 1 p.m. onwards. Thank you.